Welcome to the Out of Bounds podcast. This is your host, Jabril McKeithen. Just wanted to shout out Anchor real quick. Thank you guys, Anchor. If you guys don't know what Anchor is a free streaming website. It allows you to create and edit your own podcast right from your phone, y'all. Right from your phone or your computer, whichever one y'all choose to do. It is free, which is who doesn't love free, man? Who don't love free? But Anchor will also distribute your podcast for you on streaming sites such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and many other podcasting sites that you probably don't know about or just are unaware about. If you didn't know, also, Anchor will allow you to make a little bit of money from your podcast as well, which is always a great thing. We love to do that. It's basically just everything you need to make a podcast. It's just right in there. If you guys are interested, go check it out. Download the free Apple or Anchor app, and then you could go to anchor.fm to get started and start editing your stuff. All right, y'all. Let's get into the podcast with your host, Jabril McKeithen. Welcome to the Out of Bounds podcast. Welcome to the Out of Bounds podcast with your host, Jabril McKeithen. Hope you guys are enjoying your day. Hope you guys enjoyed the nice weather that came out. Finally, we're looking for some good weather. But let's get into it. Let's get into the NBA. Before we start, I wanted to announce something for you guys. Right now, we're looking for a couple of college athletes, whether it be JUCO, D1, D2, D3. We're just looking to get some athletes on here, get your side of the story, get you guys on here. We'll interview you, ask you a couple questions, just get the full perspective. If you guys want, you can send us a little intro. If you guys do decide that you want to come in here, give us an intro for yourself. If you want to send us some highlights, we'll put some highlights in the video as well. Get you guys looked out there. But we just want to get perspectives from college athletes. It doesn't matter where you're at, what level of college you're at. We just want to hear from you guys, especially with COVID-19. So we love to get you guys on here, get to ask you guys some questions, and yeah, just get you guys out there, get you guys a little bit of exposure. But yeah, like I said, just if you guys are interested, you can hit me in my DMs on Instagram, Twitter. It's the same at Jabril McKeithen, and yeah, so please reach out to me. Let us know if you guys want to be interviewed, and yeah, we'll get to you. But getting that out of the way, let's get into some NBA. It's been a while since we got into the podcast. Last episode was last week. A lot of things have happened. If you guys haven't been keeping up with the NBA news, the trade deadline recently passed, and there were a whole bunch of trades that we're going to be talking about before we start getting to the NBA, into the Sixers game against the Nuggets tonight. Let's talk about a big one that I really did like: the Bulls acquiring Nikola Vucevic. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm pretty sure it's Vucevic though, but the Bulls traded Wendell Carter Jr., Otto Porter, and a couple of first-round picks for Nikola Vucevic, and I think that's a pretty good pickup for them. Zach LaVine and a good scoring center is definitely going to help the Bulls out. They're definitely going to be getting a little deeper into the playoffs. Hopefully, they might make a run. If they play the Sixers, I give them no shot because I know damn well that Nikola Vucevic is not guarding Joel Embiid. And I don't care. You could debate me all you want. It's not going to happen. Joel Embiid will put 30, 40 on that man every night in the playoff series, especially if he is 100% healthy. But if they play another team like the Boston Celtics, the Toronto Raptors, maybe even the Bucks. I said the Bulls. Maybe even the Bucks, they might be able to pull off a series, but I don't see them making it too far. But Nikola Vucevic is definitely going to help them in the future. Once their chemistry comes together, I'm sure they'll become more fluent and be a very good team. But other than that, the Magic traded Evan Fournier to the Celtics. If you guys didn't know, the Magic they had pretty much a fire sale, trading all the way away all their players, and they're going to be going through a rebuilding phase. They got hurt with a lot of injuries, and it's not looking too good for them. But another trade, as I said, Evan Fournier, he was traded to the Boston Celtics for 2 second-round picks. I wish the Sixers could have done this. I like Evan Fournier's game. He's a great three-point shooter, and he could get his own shot, so it would have been nice to see him. He probably would have came off the bench, or he would have started. If he started, Steph Curry would have been on the bench, and that would have been perfectly fine with me. But for 2 second-round picks, that's really not a lot, so I wish the Sixers would have made it that trade. But he got traded to the Boston Celtics, and in his debut, he dropped 0 points. So I'm kind of looking like I shouldn't have even been talking about Evan Fournier, but that's how his debut came. Another Magic trade. The Magic traded Aaron Gordon to the Nuggets. I really like that pickup for the Nuggets personally, and I like it because he's a defensive player. He's going to be able to guard bigger players such as Ben Simmons for us. Players like Kevin Durant, he'll be able to match up nicely against. And I like that pickup personally. He can shoot. He can shoot a little bit from the 3-point line. He can get to the basket. We know he could dunk the ball, attack at the rim. We all know that based off the dunk contest. He wears number 50 because of the 50 that he should have gotten in the dunk contest when D Wade was hosting it. But yeah, I like that. I feel like it's a slightly better upgrade than Jeremy Grant from last year, who left in free agency. And then they also picked up JaVale McGee from the Cleveland Cavaliers. That's a good pickup. They lost Mason Plumlee. He's going to be off their bench playing good defense like he was for the Lakers last year. So I like seeing JaVale McGee for them being picked up by him. And then Blazers acquired Norman Powell, another scorer that's going to help them be able to produce points for them. I like that pickup. And then in Sixers talk, we acquired George Hill for our bench, trading Tony Bradley, and I believe it was Terrence Ferguson. And then we had a 3-way trade with the Knicks, and we got, I'm going to butcher his name. It's Ignas Brazdeikis, something like that. I pray to the Lord that I'm saying your name right, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. But we got him as well. He's on our roster now. But I like the George Hill pickup because he plays defense. We weren't able to get Kyle Lowry. The Raptors' asking price was way too high. And seeing other players like the Magic traded, it definitely wasn't worth giving up our bunch of future assets to get Kyle Lowry. I like this George Hill trade instead. Much cheaper option. And he does the same thing, probably just at a lower rate. And he'll come off our bench 100%. And I think he's going to fit into the role nicely. We'll have him and Shake Milton being able to bring the ball up, shoot, get to the points, and George Hill also playing defense. So I'm glad to see that. Like that pickup a lot. Other than that, that was the other main big ones. Lou Will to the Clippers, or Lou Will to the Hawks for Rajon Rondo. Rajon Rondo goes to the Clippers. Everyone's gassing that trade up. I don't think it's all that. Rajon Rondo, I believe, is all right. He's a good playmaker. How much is he really going to affect that team? We'll see. But they've been on a good win streak, so it's looking like they didn't even really need to do that. They kind of just need to get rid of Lou Williams, it looked like. But I like Lou Williams. He's a good scorer. I'm sure he'll be playing great for the Hawks. Maybe he'll bring them back into the playoff picture. And then last but not least, Victor Oladipo to the Heat. They traded Kelly Olynyk, and I forget who the other player was, but I know Kelly Olynyk was part of that trade. And good pickup for the Heat. Nice defensive backcourt. With Jimmy Butler and Victor Oladipo, they're going to look nice out there. The defense is going to be playing good, especially with Bam Adebayo. So, and he's also been scoring, so it's good. It's going to be nice for the Heat. We'll see how far they get. They made it to the finals last year. We'll see how far they can get this year. But that's really all the trade deadline information that was important that you guys should be caught up with. If you guys aren't caught up with it yet, broke it down a little bit for y'all. But those were the main big trades. And then buyout market came. Andre Drummond, if you guys didn't know, went to the Lakers. And then LaMarcus Aldridge went to the already stacked Brooklyn Nets. Can the Nets get any more firepower? Is there anyone else who wants to come to the Nets? Anybody? J. Cole, do you want to get a contract to the Nets? You want to be in the NBA. Like, who else is joining the Nets? Can I get a contract? Sign me for $5. I'll be in the Nets. I'll play for the Nets on the bench. But Nets keep adding firepower, adding more fire to the fuel. So we'll see if the chemistry, like the Clippers did last year, getting all these new pieces, we'll see if that affects them down the road. But other than that, that's really all that happened during the NBA trade deadline or the buyout market as well. So let's get into the Nuggets and the Sixers game. And my God, I was so tired of watching this game, y'all. Let me tell you. First quarter, we had 22 points in the first, and the Nuggets had 44. And that's all you guys really needed to know. If I really wanted to, I could end this video with that. But there's more to break down, so let's get into a little bit more. Tobias Harris finished with 12 points, which is terrible. Ben Simmons finished with 11 points, which is absolutely terrible. Dwight Howard, 10 and 7, but we can't really be expecting too much from Dwight Howard. This isn't the Dwight Howard who was on the Magic, dropping 20, 10, defensive player of the year, so I can't really be too bad at him, playing a minimum role. Danny Green with 8 points and Seth Curry with 8 points as well. And it's unacceptable. It's just unacceptable. I didn't want to watch this game at all. 8 points from Seth Curry is terrible. Danny Green, 8 points. Can I really expect too much from him? I know he had a big game against the Lakers. He had a revenge game against them, which is great. But what else can I expect? I was more hyped to watch the bench unit get put into the fourth quarter than I was to watch the starters, Ben Simmons and Tobias Harris, be out there. The bench unit brought more energy than the starters. The starters came out there and just they went scoreless at one point. It was like they went on a 19-32 run, and it was nothing. It was nothing I could really talk about from there. The second quarter came, and it was the same old, no energy. Defense was lacking. Offense, they would let them score. We would score a 2-point. They would shoot a 3. Michael Porter Jr. would come in and kill us. That boy is a stud, by the way. If you guys aren't watching Michael Porter Jr., he showed out that he is a stud. He's something to be looked at into the league, and I like his game. I really do. He killed us. He had 27 points tonight. Jamal Murray had 30. The game was we had no chance. And Joel Embiid, I miss you, man. Please get back. Please get back healthy. We miss you. I know damn well that the Sixers miss you. We need your scoring. We need your energy. The hustle. We need everything. We just need Joel Embiid back. He represents Philly, and that's what we need if we want to start winning games. Because I believe if he was in this game, we would have had a much better chance. We were down by almost 30 at one point. The game really wasn't in the Sixers' hands. In the third quarter, Tobias Harris was driving on 5'10" dudes and putting the shot at the top of the backboard. Tyrese Maxey is taking shots that look crazy. It was such a terrible game, man. And my eyes, I just wanted to gouge them out while I'm watching the game. I just wanted to just take them out and just give them to someone else and just have them watch what I'm seeing, because I was absolutely tired of it. If this is the Sixers team that I'm going to be seeing, then I'm tired of it. I can't be watching it anymore. I can't be doing the podcast for y'all because this is ridiculous. I can't be sitting here watching these types of games, knowing that Ben Simmons is getting paid all this money to be a great all-star. Tobias Harris is getting paid all this money to be a perennial all-star. Should have been an all-star in this year in my eyes. But to drop 12 points and 11 to combine for 23 points is utterly ridiculous. It's terrible. They have to step up. Ben Simmons pump fake for a 3. Just shoot the damn basketball, please. Please just shoot the damn basketball. That's all I'm asking for you. If you shoot the 3, I'll be perfectly fine. I wouldn't even be mad at the 11. If you took like 3 threes and you missed all of them, I would have been perfectly fine. But you're pump faking, being non-aggressive, and just being soft. A 5'10" dude is trucking you, putting your ass on the ground, and I'm tired of it. You have to play better, Ben Simmons. I know you probably aren't watching this, but you have to play better. I can't sit here and watch this. 6'10" against 5'10", you have to play better than this. Tobias Harris was a -29. Ben Simmons was a -14. That's all I could tell. No energy in this game, and that's all I could really say from it. The bench unit came in and gave a much better effort and was able to bring it to a single-digit game instead of being blown out by 20. We only lost by 9 thanks to the bench unit, thanks to players like Mike Scott, Tyrese Maxey, Matisse Thybulle, and Furkan Korkmaz. The game just wasn't in our hands, and you could see that this is a very good Nuggets team. This is a team that is going to be feared and respected in the playoffs, especially since they went to the conference finals against the Lakers last year, pulled off a bunch of 3-1 comebacks. And this team looks like they're ready to do the same thing. If the Lakers don't get healthy, I definitely have them as another team that's going to be able to go to the finals. So I can't be too mad at what the Nuggets did. They just played way better than what the Sixers did. They gave it all. They're all playing great effort. Like I said, Jamal Murray in the fourth quarter, he was hitting a bunch of crazy shots, bunch of tough contested shots from Matisse Thybulle on him. And once I seen those couple of shots go in, I knew it was over. I knew there was nothing that the starters could do. I knew that it was just the Nuggets night. He finished with 30, like I said, 12 of 24 shooting, 50%, which is great. Had 5 threes, plus 18 from the field. Just playing great. 3 steals. Campazzo, keep taking those shots because you finished with 0 points. I wish they fed him the ball more. I really wish he did. Once he started shooting the ball, I knew he was going to be in a good position. Unfortunately, we were unable to capitalize off his misses, but Nikola Jokic finished with 21 and 10. They're chanting MVP for him. Still believe it's Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid will barbecue chicken him any night with ranch, cheese dip, whatever type of dipping that Joel Embiid likes with his chicken. It would have happened to him, but Joel Embiid is still injured. And Doc Rivers actually gave an update on what's going on with Joel Embiid. He's on the right process. He's ramping up his on-court activities, so it's good to see that. They're saying he might come back for the Saturday game against the Timberwolves, so we'll have to wait and see for that. George Hill should also be playing sometime around that time as well. So we'll get a full, healthy rotation, and we'll see what the Sixers are actually going to end up looking like, especially coming down the road. But other than that, y'all, if you guys watched the Sixers game tonight, I know you guys were just as disgusted as I was. I know you were upset with the effort. This isn't Philadelphia basketball. I'm ashamed that these Sixers came out and played like this. Our bench unit should have been starting at that rate because they played a hell of a game, especially towards the end. I was glad to see that, the fight coming back. But unfortunately, we were unable to get the W. And our next game, I believe, is against, let me check for y'all real quick. I'm sorry, y'all. The game is just so upsetting, man. But we played the Cavaliers, and they killed us in overtime. And we'll see what happens with them. Will we let Colin Sexton go off for more points and Darius Garland, the Sexland combo? Will they be playing out of their minds? Will we step it up against them? I'm not too sure because this game just didn't show anything for me. But hopefully we could get the game, get back on track against them. We'll see. Like I said, we play them April 1st on Thursday. That's our next game. Other than that, y'all, I really don't have anything to talk to you. I want to get off the podcast because I don't even want to talk about this Sixers team. This team would just play absolute garbage. Please step it up next game. Please bring some energy and hustle. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's podcast. Like I said, I hope you guys had a great day as well. If you do please follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Like I said, the @ is the same. And as I said in the beginning, if athletes do want to drop in and let us know if you guys want to be interviewed and get on the podcast just to talk about your thoughts, like I said, please feel free to hit the DMs and just let us know. But have a good one, y'all. Thank you guys for tuning in. And thanks, Jabril McKeithen. I hope you guys enjoyed.